What's up, y'all? Coco and T here. I just wanted to get on here and talk about this little bit of tea that stirred up after the premiere of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season Sweet 16. And, Portia's still going with the story that, she's mad at Drew because Drew was trying to get Dennis to film, which we all know that ain't that. It can't be that, because how you gonna be mad that she's trying to film but they making music, but you wouldn't be mad if they're dating? So okay, the math ain't mathing on that. But let me just play this clip of what she said first.
So you said you felt like she owed you a courtesy to want to film with Denny. Do you feel like she should have reached out, even though you guys aren't like a couple?
Well, it wasn't really about her reaching out to date him, like, at all. It was genuinely just her filming with him, that felt sneaky to me. Her dating him has nothing to do with me. If that's what they want to do, I wish them well.
So they date? Are you telling us that they date?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't really confirm, deny, and I don't want to add to a rumor, but that's really genuinely his personal business. It was just the filming behind my back that I didn't really like. I thought it was disrespectful, especially since she works for me or was working for me with me. At the end of the day, once you deal with something, you place somebody where you place them. Do you got to keep beating them down, or do they have to keep beating you? No. So I just think she made the unfortunate mistake of being unprofessional. If you're working with me and you decide to, put a photo shoot on the show, let me know. If you decide to film my ex, you should let me know. Like, I'm sure she wouldn't know if I was going to film her out. It's just a deal.
It's all about courtesy. We're supposed to be friends, right?
It's really genuinely just courtesy.
Okay, we're going to get into Drew's response in a second, but first we got to touch on what Porsha just said. She said it was disrespectful for Drew to try to film with Dennis when she works for Porsha. And then they're like, work for Porsha? They were kind of like, what? She's like, well, like, yeah, she was an ambassador for me. So, like, basically she worked for me. So that's unprofessional. Wait a goddamn minute. So that's unprofessional. But when you brought Fallon on the show as your friend, right? And you was kicking it with her at the club and hanging out with her, and you met her husband at her house, that wasn't disrespectful. That wasn't disrespectful for you to DM him after they got divorced, asking him how he was, because supposedly, that's what she wants to go with, and say that that's how she started talking to him, is she DM'd him after the divorce to ask him if he was okay. And then they started kicking it. But receipts showed that her and Simon were linking up at the Four Seasons way before that. And Fallon had already said that. And mind you, Fallon be hanging out with Dennis. Like, girl, so what you mad at Drew for? I'm just confused. Like, I was never a Drew fan, but like, the math ain't mathing on this. I believe Dennis and Drew when they say that they told Porsha. They told Porsha they were making music and it wasn't a problem. But when they got on the show, that's what she said the problem is. Because she don't want to say, oh, because she thinks they dating, because she said that'll make her look crazy, right? Because she's married. That's what she said on the Breakfast Club. She's like, well, I can't be mad about them dating because, I'm going through a divorce. So, that would look crazy. Okay, F what it looks like. Just say how you really feel. Stop trying to beat around the bush and say that's not why you mad. Because the other reason why you say you're mad is, because she tried to film a Go Naked promotion on the show. Like, what? So wouldn't she have to get your approval to do that anyways? Wouldn't she have had to ask you to get the hair and to do all that? Like, she couldn't just go behind your back completely and shoot shit for your business, could she? So I don't know. The math ain't mathing on that. And now I'm starting to remember that Porsha do got a little lying problem. But let's get into what Drew said, because Drew did respond.
She said that she felt slighted that you wanted to film with Dennis without telling her. That never happened. Show me a receipt where I wanted to film with Dennis. I never wanted to film with Dennis. I never asked to film with Dennis. I think following my music story, you may have seen Dennis. You may have not, but it wasn't something that anyone planned. She knew I was working with Dennis. She was loving the music before cameras went up. She and I had a great conversation. We were supposed to hang out. She called me. So I was confused. Still am. As to where the animosity, like, I have had love for Porsha. I have supported Porsha, and Porsha has supported me. I considered her a friend. So I really don't know where the energy was coming from. I still don't understand the beef. But let's be clear, I never did anything to Porsha. Never had ill will for Porsha like some of the other ladies. That never came from me. I've always been a friend to Porsha, period. So you were blindsided by some of the comments that her and Phaedra, they saw you a liar. They have just been slandering. Show me the lies. Did I lie about my Achilles being ruptured? Did I lie about my father having Alzheimer's? Y'all have been there. Did I lie about my divorce? What have I lied about? You know what I mean? Like, I've been honest about my weight issues. I mean, y'all have been here with me. Call me out, And she said that she felt slighted that you wanted to film with Dennis.
Okay, so Drew said pull the receipts because she said her and Dennis both told Porsha they were working together. She was happy about it. She was listening to the music. They were supposed to kick it. Everything was cool until they started filming. And then Porsha brought this issue up. And I believe that. I believe that Porsha knew about it, and Porsha needs some drama to bring on the show because she can't fully talk about Simon because of all the shit that Simon keeps suing her for. So what else she gonna talk about? She gotta come up with something. So Drew's birthday was probably months ago before they started filming, but why is she bringing it up now? It ain't about them working together. I can tell you that. It ain't about them working together. It ain't about them filming together. It's because she thinks they're dating, and that's why she brings him on the show to ask him that. And at the end of the day, Porsha wants to be with Dennis. The only reason why they're not together is because he didn't want to marry her. His mama did not like her, and then she ran off with Simon as a rebound. But Dennis is the one that she wanted to be with. She wants to be with Dennis, but Dennis is a ladies' man. He's out here in these Atlanta streets, and he ain't ready to settle down no time soon. So that's what the real beef is. Porsha want to be filming with Dennis, and we see what happened last time she tried to do that. Last time Porsha had her own reality show and she tried to film with Dennis and his family, she was over there in Mexico trying to put hands and foot on his mom, and it was a hot ass mess. Her show got canceled after one season. So that's who she really want to be with. She don't want Drew filming with him because she wanted to film with him, because what would Drew possibly do filming with him? She talking about she thinks it'll be a setup. That's what she said on the Breakfast Club. Why would she be trying to film with my baby daddy? I felt like it would try to be a setup. A setup for what? No, that ain't that, unless she gonna ask him, are you still messing with Porsha? Like, every chance she gets, Porsha over there posting pictures with her, Dennis, and little Porsha. So that ain't that. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that Porsha's making this shit up? Y'all think that's not the real issue? Do you think it's effing hilarious that she said that's disrespectful? That's disrespectful for Drew to work with him when she works for her, when she was just promoting her business, being a brand ambassador? Do you think that it's the pot calling the kettle black? Because, girl, you was friends with Fallon and you hopped on her husband real quick before he even got a divorce. So, yeah, that's interesting. Another thing that I thought was hilarious was they asked her on the carpet, what did you think about Kelly asking you, why'd you take that girl's husband? She's like, I felt like that's old tea. And, does she got old internet? Does she got a dial-up connection? Because, that's so 3 years ago. She needs to get on some new tea. Girl, you still ain't answered the question. You still have not been held responsible for why did you take that girl's husband. When we last saw you on Real Housewives of Atlanta, you and Fallon were hanging together at the house with her husband, meeting her husband. Then you left the show, that you stole her husband. So this is you back on TV. We still want to know that. We still want to know. Not everyone watches the internet. We still want to know. But Porsha is never going to accept responsibility. She's never going to take ownership of that. And we never going to get an answer on that. But tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Please like, subscribe, put your notification bell on. And I'll see y'all in the next one.